Hi guys, I'm here today to talk about cloth diapering. This video is for people who want a cloth diaper, but when they start doing their research are just really overwhelmed by all the choices and they're not interested in exploring and doing a lot of research. They just want someone to tell them what to do. So I want to be really clear in prefacing that this is not the only way to cloth diaper. There are a million ways to cloth diaper and do it well and be successful. And this is just one way that I think would work for a lot of people. It is a natural diapering system that you're unlikely to have any allergies with. It's something that will, not allergies, just reactions. Something that will fit most body styles, and it's fairly affordable and also fairly easy. So again, this is just one way. There are a lot of ways to cloth diaper, but this is just for people who don't want to spend the time researching. They just know they want a cloth diaper, and they just want someone to just tell them what to do because it's just too much. So that is what I am here for today. So the system that I would recommend is a two-part system. It is covers, which this is just a laminated piece of polyester that keeps it waterproof against baby skin, or not against from getting onto their clothes. And then with a Prefold. And a Prefold diaper, this is an organic Prefold diaper, Cloth-eez brand by Green Mountain Diapers is where you can buy it online. A Prefold is just a bunch of layers of cotton. And this one, I believe, is 4 layers on the outside and 8 layers on the inside. So it's just really absorbent. It washes really well. It's cotton. You don't have any stink issues that you've maybe heard of with some of the synthetic fibers. So this is super easy. What you do is you take this Prefold, you fold it into thirds. It's called the trifold. And then you take your cover, and then this specific cover is a flip cover, and I'll talk about it in a minute. And it has these little flaps on the front and the back. Sorry, you can't see this. I'm just laying this Prefold inside this cover and tucking in the back flap and tucking in the front flap. And then it kind of looks like this. So anybody could do that. These are really easy for daycares. If you find a daycare that is willing to take cloth, they're easy for grandmas, they're easy for you, they're easy for husbands, they're really super easy. Sorry, when I said you, I'm assuming a mom's watching this, but sorry dads, it could be you too. Anyway, so super easy. The reason I recommend the Flip brand over other brands, the Flip brand is made by the brand Bum Genius. I recommend this brand because it's fairly inexpensive. They're about $15 new. You can pretty much always find them on sale somewhere there if you search online. And I think they're totally worth the money. They have a nice gentle elastic that holds well, wash after wash. And they really just fit a variety of body styles. They fit skinny babies well. They fit larger babies well. They're just certain other brands, like, for example, Thirsties, I really think is better for chunky babies. Or example, Grovia is really better for smaller babies. Flip just fits most babies. It's just a nice size. So what's nice about these covers is they're adjustable. They're a one-size diapering system. However, unless you have a large newborn, this is not going to fit most newborns. So you're going to have to either find a different newborn diapering system, whether that be disposables or cloth, but I'm not going to cover that here. So this is about 3 months, I would say, for most babies would fit comfortably into this up to potty learning. So these can be adjustable. This is size small when you don't see any snaps showing here on the rise. This is size medium when you see one row of snaps exposed on the rise. And then size large is when you see all 3 snaps opened. Now, Flip used to make their diapers in both hook and loop, which is this Velcro, and also snaps. They've recently discontinued the hook and loop, but as of right now, it's end of January 2014. You can still buy them on clearance at a lot of places online if you want to hunt around. Or maybe I'm thinking they're meaning to come out with a stronger hook and loop in the future because some other popular cover brands have been doing that too, but we'll see. So you're pretty much set for snaps, though. You can pretty much find those. People have pretty strong opinions what's better, hook and loop or snaps. I like both. This is easier, obviously, than snapping, but it doesn't last as long, so you have to be careful with washing it. They have these laundry tabs on the inside. So when you wash it, you just push it against there so it doesn't get snagged and just beat up too much in the wash. So that will keep it nicer longer, but they can be replaced if they get really nasty. But easier, doesn't look as good later versus snaps. Just it looks brand new, 2 years later. This specific one isn't 2 years old though, because this is one of the new prints. I love it. Anyway, so those are kind of the sizing and the closure options that you have. So, like I said, you can just do a tri-fold and lay it into the cover, or if you want to wrap it onto your baby, you can also do that. This is one option. This is called a snappy. You can use pins, but a lot of people just don't use them anymore because we have things that are easier. I hate snappies. I think it looks nice and clean on. It's basically just these little teeth that hook into the fabric. These teeth are sharp. I have cut my fingers on these bad, and I've even filed them with a nail file, which they're just sharp. And really on a smaller pre-fold, I do worry about them poking all the way through and going onto baby skin. Plus, when you have these Titan, sorry, this is turning into a snappy review. People love these things, so this is just my opinion. This, I think, can get kind of tight and push against their abdomen. Anyway, that's an option if you want to wrap. People love snappies. I just hate them. I love boingos. They are, it's like a two-piece, also just have those same little spike things. However, these are at a way better angle. See, they're not going down, they're going back. So I do not worry about them going through the fabric ever, and I've never cut myself on these. So, plus I just think it's easier to just attach one side, attach the other side, but totally personal preference. And you don't need to use these at all unless you want to wrap it onto your baby. It will keep poop from getting onto your covers as often and needing to be replaced. So what makes this a cheaper system than some other one-piece diapers is that you do have two pieces, and when you have this tri-folded in, or if you want to attach it to your baby and then put the cover over, you now have something for them to get wet, which is the pre-fold, and then you have this, the waterproof layer so it doesn't get their clothes all wet. Now, if they just go pee, you just take this out and put it into a wet bag. This is a wet bag. This is from PlanetWise. This is the brand I would recommend because it does a really nice job of keeping the smell in. And you just put the pee diaper in here. You don't want to zip it all the way. It needs a little bit of air. It gets really smelly, and I know that sounds counterproductive, but it's just true. It just needs oxygen. I just zip it to about there. So you can put it in here, or a lot of people get a pail liner. PlanetWise makes those as well, and you just plop it into a plastic garbage can if you want to go that route. I like wet bags because we travel a lot and I can bring them with us, and I don't want a big plastic pail in the nursery. I just don't like plastic, but that's just me. So if it's pee, you just do that. And then since this doesn't have poop on it, you can use this again. So if it's pretty wet, you might just want to lay it out and let it air dry before you fold up a new one and lay it in there. Or if it wasn't a super wet diaper, you can just immediately take another pre-fold, fold it up, lay it in, and be gone with it. Be done with it. So I have, I would say 8 is a really good number of flip covers to have, but a lot of people get away with 4 to 6. I just would rather feel like I had enough and not be oh no, we pooped on that one. Because once they get pooped on them, definitely stick them in here. You don't want to keep using that. So, anywhere really from 4 to 8 is just up to you. But if I'm telling you what to do here, I would say maybe 7. That's just a fun number. And then for pre-folds, I'm going to talk about poop while we're talking about what to do with these. So poop, you have 3 options. One option is just to take, if it's just breastfed poop, it's water soluble, and you just stick all the poop into here and throw it in the washer. I know that sounds gross, but it all comes out cleanly, and it empties into the same place that the toilet's going to empty into. It's just doesn't leave anything in your washer. It all comes out, I promise. But once you introduce solids, you don't put that poop in your washer anymore because that's a whole new game. So not water soluble anymore. So you take your poopy diaper and you have 3 choices. One is to just take it into this, take it over the toilet, shake, 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 poop, put the poop into the toilet. If it's really stuck on there, you could take a piece of toilet paper, kind of push it off, whatever. That's the method that I use because I find that it plops in there pretty well. Very rarely it will be just like so nasty that I have to like dunk the diaper in. I wear gloves, dunk the diaper in and like flush it and squeeze it out, but that hardly ever happens. But anyway, that's one option. Option 2 is to use a liner. This is I think it's a Bummies liner. It's biodegradable. And you lay it on top of the diaper before you put it on baby. They poop on this, and then this is flushable. And you just, take it off, dump it in the toilet, and flush it. Another option is to use a fleece liner. I think this is Bummies too, or you can just make your own. Same thing. Well, almost the same thing. You put it on there, and then you take this off, put the poop in the toilet. You don't throw this away or flush it down the toilet because you wash and reuse it, but it's just a little bit less material to clean than this, but I don't know. I don't use these. I think I have them because I've needed them for a diaper rash barrier before. You can't use most diaper creams on cloth diapers because it can clog the fibers, but you probably will find you don't need them very often because cloth is just a lot more breathable and doesn't have the chemicals that disposables have, so you probably won't have a lot of rashes unless your baby has like a really bad poop or they're sick or whatnot or teething, then they can get more rashes. So they make some cloth diaper safe ones, like Grandma L's is an example of a cloth safe one, but this will protect your diapers from that or for the poop. The third option is that you can take you can buy a diaper sprayer, and it's something that attaches to the clean water hose or line on your toilet, and then you just hold the diaper over the toilet and turn it on, and it like rinses it off. If you have the money and you think that's going to make you be successful in cloth diapering, I say go for it. For me, that's just an extra expense. It's an extra thing. I read a lot of reviews about people's toilets leaking, and I just like didn't want to fuss with it. I'm just not that grossed out by poop. I wear gloves. It's my own son's poop. If it was like someone else's poop, I'd probably like, but I don't care. This shaking it in and like doing that is like no big deal for me. Anyway, that's the end of the poop talk. So, as far as amount to get, again, maybe like around 7 of these. And if you're in a really strict budget, you can get away with using just size mediums of these Cloth-eez diapers. Here we go. The reason you can get away with just using medium is normally you would take the thick part and fold it over like this so it's like a nice even layer of thickness and lay that in. But if your cover is set on a size small, you can actually fold it the other direction where like you're putting all the thick part in the middle. And the reason you do that is that it just makes it a little bit shorter in the rise, so you can more easily fit it into this cover when it's on this small setting. So it would look like this. I'm not going to lie, this is going to be bulky on a small baby. However, it's doable. So if you're on a budget, you could get away with just size mediums from, maybe 3 months-ish on to potty learning. And this would be your diaper. Then when they go to the size medium, you can just fold it in thirds the regular way, and it will fit with a little bit extra kind of little foldy bulk there. And then in size large, it fits best size large when it's on its full rise. It's just a little easier to put in there. So you can get away with this size the whole time. If you're not on a really strict budget and you want to have them fit your baby a little bit better, then I would definitely recommend doing like a size small and then sorry, I'm looking around because I wrote down the prices for you. A dozen of organic size smalls, like 20, sorry, I don't know, 25, I think, ish. And then size mediums, like 39. And then they make something called a medium wide, which I really like because when you fold it over, it goes all the way over. So it gives a really nice thick one. Those fit really, really well in the covers. And then the size large is like 45. This is for a dozen, so that's a great deal. Green Mountain diapers, I just love them. They will show you a billion pictures of Prefolds on a billion, not a billion, but they'll show you pictures of a lot of different babies with different size Prefolds on. They have weight recommendations and measurement recommendations and age recommendations, and they'll really help you pick the right size for your baby. So if you're not on a tight budget and you want it to fit better, use their size recommendations. But if you're on a really strict budget, you can get away with just size medium all the way through. And I would say you could get by with 24, but it would be more comfortable to have maybe more like 28-ish. You can buy them by the dozen or individually, and they're the same price either way. So that's that. Now, a nighttime option, if you're going to cloth diaper overnight, if you just use, one Prefold and a cover, some babies that will be okay for, but most this is not enough because they are going to either be having liquids overnight or just be sleeping so long that it's just too much pee for one diaper to hold. Some people will like double up on a Prefold and put it in here and find success. For us, these types of covers overnight just don't cut it. Like they're just not breathable enough. And the thing that I love the most is wool. So I would recommend once you get the hang of all this, I wouldn't just jump to Prefolds and wool. I think that would be overwhelming if you're just starting. I would definitely start with this. This is easy. They're easy to wash. Sorry, this is so unorganized. Some detergents I recommend would be this one's Nellie's All Natural Laundry Soda. You can get on Amazon, or I just recently switched to this Country Save, which I just got locally and it was super cheap compared to what I've been using. And on cotton you can use most anything, but you want to buy things that aren't going to clog the fibers. So like optical brighteners, and there's some other things that will clog it. So those are just a couple brands that I would recommend. Anyway, wool. Gosh, I feel like I'm on. This is a wool cover. I think you see it like Diana. I don't know. Anyway, this is a size medium, size 12 to 24 months, and I got this for Finley when he was 6 months old, and he still fits in it now at over 2. So this is the only size we'll ever need. It was obviously way big on him at 6 months. It just kind of like went all the way up to here. And on Green Mountain diapers, you can see it's fitting on different babies. It doesn't matter if it's too big. It doesn't hurt anything. It's nice, soft, organic wool. So I just bought it big so I could use it for the longest amount. And I just bought him another one in blue, and I just still got the same medium size, even though they say it's like 12 to 24 months. It still fits him. So they stretch. And anyway, so for nighttime, you could use like, maybe 2 Prefolds and attach it like so, and then use the cover. And then the last thing is Disposables. This is a cloth diaper blog, so obviously I'm advocating for cloth diapering. However, in the newborn stage, I don't think cloth diapering is for everybody. On our first, we just did Disposables at first and then switched to cloth at a few months. On the next baby, though, now that I know cloth diapers and I'm super comfortable with them and I understand all my options, I'll definitely be using cloth with our next baby. But for some people, Disposables is just an easier transition into parenthood, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what makes it easier for you and it makes it so that you can be successful in cloth diapering, I'd say that's worth just worth it. Or maybe you want some Disposables on hand for nighttime diapering if you can't figure out a system and you need something in the meantime while you're working on a nighttime system or for traveling or whatnot. Disposables have their place at times. So this is a brand I would recommend. It's Natty by Nature Baby Care. And these are the cleanest diapers that I could find. They have the least amount of chemicals and are just the most natural. I bought these on Amazon. They cost more than a regular like Huggies or Pampers or generic brand, like a big box generic brand store diaper would be. But I totally think it's worth it. I think that the stuff they put in disposable diapers is just criminal. Truthfully, it's just disgusting. So yes, I am rambling. I don't even think I can post this. It's really bad. Anyway, hope this was helpful if I do post it, because yikes, and I'm just way too lazy to edit my videos. Sorry. So anyway, if you actually watched this and hung on to the very end, I congratulate you. And have a great day. Thanks. Bye.